We hear in today of this multiplication of the loaves. Other than the resurrection, this is the only miracle that is recorded in all four of the Gospels. Obviously, it's seen as vitally important by each of the evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And what is the key to this? Well, he says that taking the bread, he broke, gave, and then blessed, and broke, blessed, and gave. These are the words when we talk about the Eucharist. And we see in this a foreshadowing of the Eucharist that Jesus would give on the night before he died at the Last Supper. And the miraculous multiplication of the loaves and the fish, so that not only is there enough for 5,000, probably closer to 12,000 people that were hanging about there, but that there was more than enough. There was enough for everyone to eat, be satisfied, and then to take up 12 wicker baskets full. And God says, "Do you see what I can do? So when I tell you that this bread will become my very body and blood, soul and divinity, will you not believe it?" He says, "I have taken this small thing and made it huge. Will you not believe that I can take this small thing and make it me?" And this is the incredible gift that we have as Catholics in being able to come and receive our God, his very flesh and blood, his whole humanity, his whole divinity, his whole being, so that we can be healed. It's called the medicine from immortality. It's called the bread for the journey. We who are on our journey to heaven, we who fear death, he says, "I will take care of this all. I have given you the bread for immortality so that you can live forever. And the flesh that I give is my flesh for the life of the world." And this is the promise of Jesus. He says, "I will come and be close to you. I will be with you, and I will feed you with my very self." And so when we have problems, when we have troubles, when we have fear, when we have struggles, Jesus says, "Come to me." And we say, "Well, where are you, God? We can't even see you." He says, "Here, I've placed myself in your midst. I keep myself in the tabernacle. I come to this very altar. I come and I enter you to show the intimacy I want to have with you, and that I will never abandon you." As he says at the end of the Gospel of Matthew, "Behold, I will be with you until the end of the age." This is God's promise to us, and he gives us the Eucharist so that we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to be afraid of God. He says, "Come to me. Come to me. I've made myself small. And ask. Ask anything of me. Do you not know that you have my heart? Do you have my love? One glance of your eyes pierces my heart," he says. And so when we come to the Eucharist, the Lord says, "I want to give you everything, my very being." And so, my brothers and sisters, as the Lord gives himself to us today, as he pours out his very body and blood from the cross into the chalice, into the paten, as he feeds us with his very self, let us place into that paten all of our fears, all of our struggles, all of our trials, because there's nothing that is too big for God. And let us place before him all of our troubles, because then he will say, I give you myself. And I will transubstantiate those problems, transubstantiate those troubles, and I will make my love visible, present, experiential for you in the Eucharist.